All right. I recently made a video about Dave Chappelle, and it was just pretty much someone going over kind of like the life and times of Dave Chappelle and kind of how people have tried to turn against him. But nevertheless, the man doesn't quit, keeps fucking moving forward. From that, I ended up in my comment section where you'll see that a lot of individuals were recommending that I look up this individual named George Carlin. I'll be 100% honest. I don't know if I've ever actually seen George Carlin's like stand up before. I feel like, the man doesn't look too unfamiliar, but I really haven't, I can't really say for certain. So what we're doing first today is we're going to go ahead and look at one of his jokes. It's called, I guess the name of the joke is Life, or maybe the name of the stand up is Life Worth Losing. And the specific joke is about dumb Americans, which I love because, end of the day, us as Americans, the majority of us are dumb, for sure. There's a few little, bright bulbs in the factory, but not too, like most of them are dim, if you know what I mean. Let's see what George Carlin has to say about it.
But say what you want about America, land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers, Yeah.
I like him already.
Now, obviously, that doesn't include this audience. I understand that. You seem
Genius.
intelligent and perceptive, but the rest of them, holy jumping fucking shitballs.
Like
Dumber
that?
than a second coat of paint. And this ain't
What does
just
that even
ranting and
mean?
raving. This ain't just blowing off steam. I got a little evidence to support my claim. It just seems to me, that only a really low IQ population could have taken this beautiful continent, this magnificent American landscape that we inherited. Well, actually, we stole it from the Mexicans and the Indians, but...
Very good point. Very good point. Because, we did not... Well, we inherited it, but we inherited it from all the people that our forefathers stole it from. Yeah, he's got it on point.
Hey, it was nice when we stole it. It looked pretty good. It was pristine. Paradise. Have you seen it lately? Have you taken a good look at it lately? It's fucking embarrassing.
And bro, and I don't even know how old this it said, what, 2005? And we're here 18 years later, and like we're really feeling the brunt of this shit. We're really looking at it like, yikes, this shit is uglier than ugly. Like, I'm worried about our future 100% genuinely. And I don't know if that's just because I'm getting old and that's every old folks idea that the future is fucking ruined and the youth are leading us into fucking peril. But damn, dude, shit's getting real ugly.
Only a nation of unenlightened half-wits could have taken this beautiful place and turned it into what it is today, a shopping mall. A big fucking shopping mall.
Amen.
You know that? That's all you got. That's all you've got here, folks. Mile after mile of mall after mall. Many, many malls. Major malls and mini malls. They put the mini malls in between the major malls. And in between the mini malls, they put the mini marts. And in between the mini marts, you got the car lots, gas stations, muffler shops, laundromats, cheap hotels, fast food joints, strip clubs, and dirty bookstores. America the Beautiful. One big transcontinental commercial cesspool.
Holy shit, dude. Bro, he is knocking it out of the park. Let me tell you something right now. One thing I love in comedians are people who, like, I like smart comedians. And I'm not trying to say that like most comedians are dumb or anything like that, but when you hear the fucking context of a joke and like it's rooted like deeply in reality, oh my god, it makes it hit so much fucking harder. It makes it hit like I'm getting fucking chills listening to him talk about this shit because it's so fucking true, man. And this is 2005, still relevant 2023, man. We're definitely gonna watch like this whole stand-up at some point.
And how do the people feel about all this? How do the people feel about living in a coast-to-coast shopping mall? Well, they think it's just fucking dandy. They think it is cool as can be because Americans love the mall. They love the mall. That's where they get to satisfy their two most prominent addictions at the same time. Shopping and eating.
Damn.
Millions of semi-conscious Americans day after day shuffling through the malls, shopping and eating, especially eating. Americans love...
Yo, can we talk about his fit real quick? This man is rocking all black with the long sleeves. This dude looks like me in the summertime. 100%, bro. This is gonna be this is gonna be me in like about a good fucking, I'll just say 20 years, but probably more like 10.
To eat. They are fatally attracted to the slow death of fast food. Hot dogs, corn dogs, triple bacon cheeseburgers, deep fried butter dipped in pork fat and cheese whiz, mayonnaise soaked barbecued mozzarella patty melts.
Man, he's
America
rapping.
will eat anything. If you were selling sauteed raccoons' assholes on a stick.
Someone would be like, yo, I mean, it's weird, but you know, have you tried it? Because you can't say no until you tried it.
Americans would buy them and eat them, especially if you dipped them in butter and put a little salsa on them.
I mean, if we're honest, bro, anything dipped in butter with a little sauce on it probably tastes good, including a raccoon sauteed asshole.
This country is big time, pig time. Forget the bald eagle. You know what the national emblem of this country ought to be? A big bowl of macaroni and cheese. A big bowl, because everything in this country is king size. King size, extra large, and super jumbo, especially the fucking people. Have you seen some of the people in this country? Have you taken a good look at some of these big fat motherfuckers walking around? Big fat motherfuckers.
Yo, and listen, and look, being slightly overweight, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But bro, he's talking about the chonkies. He's talking about the chonkies. He's talking about the ones that you see them and you're like, oh shit, hey, yo. Look. Don't look right now, but look. He's talking about those. He's talking about those, the ones that walk around and like you ask yourself if like when they shower, do they get in between the rolls and shit? Like you wonder whether or not there's like a little pocket of grease somewhere that they forgot to get, you know? Ugh.
Oh my God. Huge piles of redundant protoplasm lumbering through the malls like a fleet of interstate buses. The people in this country are immense, massive bellies, monstrous thighs, and big fat fucking asses. And if you stand there for a minute and you look at one of them, you begin to wonder, how does this woman take a shit?
Oof.
How does she shit?
Or how do they wipe? That's always that's what I'm thinking about. Like how do you, because your arms and like, you know, your butt, like how do you get around to getting that toilet paper into your asshole and actually wiping it? And not just wiping it, but making sure it's clean. Have you thought about that? That's disgusting, huh?
And even more frightening, how does she wipe her ass?
I just fucking said it.
Can she even locate her asshole?
I just fucking, there you go.
She must require assistance. Are paramedics
Wild.
trained in this field? And standing right next to her, of course, with a plate full of nachos and a mouthful of pie is her clueless fucking husband, Joe Sixpack. With his monstrous swollen beer belly hanging dangerously out over his belt buckle, this guy ain't seen his dick since the Nixon administration.
Yeah.
And if you stand there and you look at the two of them, you begin to wonder to yourself.
Yep. You know where this is going. You know exactly where this is going. Like you don't even have to take a guess. Like you know exactly where this is going. And it's gross. It's gross to imagine, but it's going there.
Do these people fuck? Is this man actually capable of fucking this woman? It doesn't seem structurally possible that these two people could achieve penetration. Maybe they're in that Cirque du Soleil or something. So,
you know, and I don't know why I'm trying to picture it, but like I just, you know, like at first I said, well, maybe they do doggy style, but then like you know, he said like, you know, these big people, like these huge women end up having like these huge asses, and then like even with the guys, like they have the bellies, and then the thing is that it's not just the bellies and it's not just the ass that have to kind of like work each other out, because he could always just plop his belly on top of her, you know, on top of her ass, but then it's the thighs. Like think about how much thigh there is between the back of, you know, her skin and, you know, where he's trying to like, you know, land the rocket, and then think about how much thigh is between where his rocket starts, the launch pad, and wherever the fucking end of it, you know what I'm saying? Like it seems like you would have to shuffle around or like hold things together.
I'm telling you, the people in
It'd be like carrying groceries when you like, you know, trying to carry in groceries in one hand, like you don't know exactly how you should fucking do it.
this country, every one of them is 50 pounds overweight. They are gargantuan. And in the summertime, God help us,
Oh my God.
in the summertime, they all want to wear short pants. Jesus, Lord, protector of all that is good and holy, deliver me from fat people in short pants.
Have you ever? Okay, so we all know like the super chunky people, right? Like they have like the whole elbow thing, right? Where like the fat kind of like sleep, like kind of droops over the elbow. But have you ever seen fat drooping over a knee? Have you ever seen fat drooping over a knee? That shit, bro. That's just right there, borderline gut wrenching.
They all got short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Short pants, big bellies, fat thighs, and dumb kids. Every one of them's got 2 dumb-ass kids with them. And the whole family is wearing T-shirts, and every one of them's got the same T-shirt. I'm with stupid. Apparently in this country, the stupids are an extended family. And besides wearing them T-shirts, everyone in the family's got on a backpack. They got a backpack strapped to their back so they can carry around lots of stupid shit. And the reason they got to carry their stupid shit strapped to their backs is because their hands must remain free at all times to hold food. And to get that food up to the mouth where it gets shoveled in with all the rest of the disgusting shit they ate that day. And another reason for the backpacks is these people are going to buy even more stupid shit. They ain't got enough stupid shit at home. They just had a stupid shit sale. They ain't going to buy more. They're going to go out in the parking lot and stuff this stuff into the big, fat, ugly, oversized SUV that's got plenty of room in it. Plenty of room in it for stupid shit and lots of room left over for these big, fat, ugly motherfuckers to get them home. Stopping, of course, for jelly roll and fried dough.
Oh.
These people are efficient, professional, compulsive consumers. It's their civic duty. Consumption. It's the new national pastime. Fuck baseball. It's consumption.
Fucking right on the head. Right on the head. And that's the fucking society we live in nowadays, folks. That's exactly what we live in nowadays. It's how much entertainment can I consume? How much food can I consume? How much fucking sleep can I consume? How much comfort and entertainment can I shovel into my fucking weak human body that pretty soon will just be nothing but a corpse? Like that's literally where we're at. Like he is not kidding.
The only true lasting American value that's left, buying things. Buying things. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need. Money they don't have on things they don't need. So they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. Yep. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway. Not too bright, folks. Not too fucking bright. But if you talk to one of them about this, if you isolate one of them, you sit them down rationally, you talk to them about the low IQs and the dumb behavior and the bad decisions, right away they start talking about education. That's the big answer to everything. Education. They say we need more money for education. We need more books, more teachers, more classrooms, more schools. We need more testing for the kids. You say to them, well, we've tried all of that, and the kids still can't pass the test. They say, don't you worry about that. We're going to lower the passing grades. And that's what they do in a lot of these schools now.
Yo. Let me put it like this. For you to pass a class in America, you need to get a 60% overall. That means that your average in that class needs to be a D. A D. Literally the second to lowest grade there is a D. I just found this out recently. To pass one of these college admissions tests, you literally need, if I did the math right, it was 44%. Technically 44.4, so maybe you need 45%, but you need somewhere between 44 to 45% of the questions right in order to pass at least the right number to be able to graduate you. Dude, you know how crazy that is? You know how crazy that is? You can get less than half of the questions right and pass. Bro, if that isn't the lowest fucking bar, and not to mention that, like I said before, passing for some of these classes, for most of these classes, I'm sorry, I said most or some. No, literally, passing for any class is literally 60%. Bro, you are not required to fucking master material anymore. You're just required to be able to guess good enough. That's it. This is why we're literally becoming dumber and dumber every fucking generation, bro. It's not, look, yeah, I get it with the advent of the fucking internet. People have been able to look up shit and been able to figure all this stuff out. But dude, we are not moving forward, bro. Like I get it. Technology's moving forward and it kind of helps us kind of find whatever information we need. But the problem is that if you don't have the proper underlying education for that, then all that information you're processing is bullshit, because you don't even know what information is verifiable and what's just pure someone fucking posting propaganda. You don't know how to ingest it properly, and you don't know how to take it on, or at least challenge yourself enough to be able to see if it's true. Like, we're headed towards a dark place, folks.
Lower the passing grades so more kids can pass. More kids pass, the school looks good, everybody's happy, the IQ of the country slips another 2 or 3 points, and pretty soon all you'll need to get into college is a fucking pencil. Got a pencil? Get the fuck in there, it's physics. And everyone wonders why 17 other countries graduate more scientists than we do. Education. Politicians know that word, they use.
Yo, not just that. Look at this. There's like a survey done of like children and shit like that, and like what kind of careers they wanted to have in the future. And like literally for America, it was like 11% of kids wanted to be astronauts one day, right? And then it's like 40-something% wanted to be like YouTubers or entertainers of some sort. And it's just like, that's fucking scary, dude. That's scary, because you don't even know, like, your fucking ass from a hole in the ground, and you're here trying to fucking present something to people. You're trying to like, this is why you end up with so much stupid shit on social media, like people like randomly stealing people's shit, people randomly fighting for no reason, people just doing like real obscene, rude shit. It's because like they don't know what, to them that shit is funny, and the only reason, or like someone just yelling randomly, that shit for them is fucking funny, because they're too stupid to understand that that is stupid. You know, stupid is, stupid does.
Use it on you. Politicians have traditionally hidden behind 3 things: the flag, the Bible, and children. No child left behind. No child left behind. Oh, really? Well, it wasn't long ago you were talking about giving kids a head start. Head start, left behind. Someone's losing fucking ground here. But there's a reason.
Yeah, amen.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners.
Amen.
The big, wealthy business.
Look, I've said this before, bro. I said this before. We have a setup. That literally pushes out dumber people. And the reason they want dumber people is because dumber people are easier to manipulate. It's easier to convince someone who's stupid that they have to work a job for the rest of their fucking lives to pay off some debt that they didn't need to take out in the first place. It's a lot easier to convince those individuals than, for example, these other individuals who are able to, like, I don't know, self-learn or self-teach, whatever you want to call it. These people who become self-learners, that's what we call it in the realm of education. You don't want those individuals, because those individuals, you know what they can do? They can call you out on bullshit. And how do they do that? Oh, because guess what? They know, first of all, what a fucking journal is. They know how to look up journals. They know how to look up articles. They know how to look up fucking data and research. And they know how to fucking figure out what the fuck was actually said versus whatever spin they're trying to put it on today. You know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest, how do I put this? The reason that is so important is because people can tell you one thing, but the truth can be completely the other way around. There's been so many times that you've seen on news channels where they give you statistics and they use these statistics. And technically speaking, the numbers aren't wrong, but their interpretation of the numbers are. And they try to use that to fool you, to trick you into believing whatever agenda, whatever motive they have going for themselves. And that shit is dangerous, especially when you end up dumbifying the majority of the people so they can't even argue you. All they do is go on one news channel and see that they're saying that this statistic is a bad thing, and then they go on the other news channel and they see that the statistic is a good thing. Well, which one are they going to trust? Well, they're going to trust whichever channel entertains them more. And unfortunately, like that's the reality we live in, bro. Like people are getting dumber, and it's not because people want to be dumber. It's because these huge, overly sized conglomerates and corporations and like literally that's what we're talking about when we talk about the 1%. These huge CEOs and all this shit, they're the ones, they want this because at the end of the day, they're trying to get away with shit that they shouldn't be getting away with. So long as you're too dumb to figure that out, they can make the actual numbers look like they're doing a good thing. But the reality in the matter is that they're actually killing you slowly. They're killing you slowly, and they're imprisoning you. They're turning you into indentured servants. They're literally making you work your entire life not to own anything, but to make sure that they own everything. At what point do you draw the line and say, yo, maybe it's time to wake up. Maybe it's time I read a fucking book that isn't fiction.
Interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice.
Yep.
You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers.
9 to 5 Johns and Jimmys. 9 to 5 Sally's and Selena's. All right, that you show up, you do your damn job, and you go home after, and you're happy about it. And that's it. You fucking get home after your 9 to 5. You sit your ass down on that couch. You eat some fucking microwave ready fucking frozen meal, and then that's it. And then you smile, and then you go to bed. You pray to God, and then you go to bed, and then you wake up in the morning. You do that shit again.
People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Hell no.
By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give.
Bro, this is like I've had parts of my comment section blowing up talking about like, oh, this like I must have voted for Biden or like, you know, I probably work for the Democratic National Convention or like just stupid silly shit. And it's just like you don't recognize, bro, that like I'm not for any of these fuckers. Like do you like get that shit through your head, bro? I'm not rooting for the left or for the right. I'm perfectly well aware that they're all fucking corrupt. I'm for whoever the fuck can actually give us a fucking grain of truth, because it's been so long that we've been starved from it that we can barely even recognize it if they were right in front of our faces. It's become so difficult to discern what's fact and what's fiction simply from these fucking games they've been playing with us. So I don't care if the guy fucking running for office or the guy or the girl running for office is wearing a fucking red tie or a blue tie. They could be wearing a fucking rainbow tie. I don't give a shit, dude. Just fucking, can you do something about it? Can you make it some change? Can you be honest for once? Can we get that back? Can we fucking get our integrity back as a country? That's what I care about. And these same motherfuckers who are like talking about like, oh yeah, you probably voted for Biden. It's like, well, then you probably voted for Trump. And by the way, I did not vote for Biden. I skipped that election, bro. I did not vote for anyone in that bitch. And it's just like, and I've said that in my other videos. So like, it's like, bro, like you voted for the guy who's obviously more corrupt, right? Like these other guys are more corrupt, but the one who's more obvious about it, that's the one you voted for. Like, I don't know where the fucking draw the line here between fucking bad or worse. Like, it's a fucking mute point. You guys are fucking idiots talking about, oh, you must have voted for this guy, you must have voted for that guy. Bro, give me a reason to vote for somebody else then. Give me a reason. Give me links to actual documentation that shows me the history of these people's voting patterns, whether they served in Senate, served in Congress, whatever the case is. Give me links to show me what good work they've done and how it's actually turned into something greater. Show me the Carfax. Show me the Carfax. Because that shit don't exist, bro. That's why you can't. That's why all you could do is go online, go into a comment section, and supply your fucking opinion, which tends to just mostly be not even your own fucking opinion, just happens to be whatever the fuck you regurgitated from what you consumed earlier. Come on, bro. Think for yourself, dog. Think for yourself. Come on. Stop being so shitty. Stop being such a shitty American.
Give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Damn, that was amazing. Holy shit. Can we get that one more time?
And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Holy shit, dude. Wow. This man is amazing. Yo, honestly, 100% thank you to my comment section for recommending this guy. This guy is great. Holy shit, dude. Like, I literally got goosebumps. Fuck it. Can you even see the fucking goosebumps? I can't even fuck it. Who cares? Wow. They know what the American dream is, and like it's called an American dream because you gotta be asleep to believe it, bro. It's so true. It's so true. It's like the phrase "eyes wide shut." It only comes from the idea that you think you're observing, you think you're consuming the right information, but the reality is that you have such a thick veil pulled over your eyes that you can't even see the truth. And he just fucking nailed it on the head. The American dream, unfortunately, is nothing more than that. It's just a dream.